Hey everyone, happy Friday. I hope you're all doing well and staying safe and you're excited for another edition of Friday Reads. This is actually the last Friday Reads of 2022, which is wild to me. I can't believe how fast the year went by and that the year is over. I hope you stay tuned because next year I plan on continue doing book reviews. Hopefully I can do some different things next year as well, like author interviews when I go to signings. I know I've mentioned it before, but it didn't end up happening this year. The event weekends can be so crazily busy that it's hard to fit in time to do little extra things for fun. But I'm going to try for next year. And with that, hope you enjoyed the last book review of the year. And for this edition, I have something very special. A Sinful Bite by Lexi Foss, which features Eric on the cover, and then me on the back cover, which was taken by Brock. This is an exclusive book that can only be purchased at book signings. Lexi debuted it when we went to Shameless together in Orlando in November. What's really fun about this book is it contains one full story from each of her pen names. So one story from Lexi Foss, one from A.C. Kramer, and then one from S. Firecox. So you get one full story from each of her pen names. And I thought it was such a great marketing idea because readers get a little taste of what each of her pen names is like. And they're each very different. So it has a little bit of something for everyone. So the first story is called X-Clan Origin, and that is a very classic Lexi story, paranormal with werewolves. So the compound walls have been breached. The infected are upon us. There is no cure, nowhere to hide, and the only option is to run. Alpha Jonas is my sexiest sin guard, the one assigned to protect me from a world doomed by chaos and disease. Now he promises to escort me to safety. There's just one problem. He doesn't know that I'm an Omega, and not just any Omega, an Omega who is about to go into heat. I've spent my entire life hiding from my fate, but in our haste to flee, I left my suppressants behind. I can either accept the inevitable or take my chances with the infected, because once Alpha Jonas learns what I am, he won't just not me, he'll claim me. So the X-Clan series is in a shared universe where supernaturals live in various sectors throughout the world, and their paranormal identities were revealed shortly after a zombie-like virus began infecting the human population. I actually mentioned to Lexi recently that this is one of my favorite books that I've read of hers. I think I always say that to her, but I really enjoyed this story. Though she wrote this before the pandemic, there are a lot of parallels to what ended up happening in the world, which was kind of scary. But though this story is quite dark, there are a lot of positives and loving moments. So pretty much essentially over 60% of the world has been destroyed already, and Riley is looking for a cure, looking to reverse the virus and help save humankind. And then with that, there's a lot of different elements, like her relationship with Jonas, who's her bodyguard, and things develop further between them. My favorite quote from Jonas was, "And you're my favorite challenge of them all." I'm not going to give too much away from each story because there are 3. And then look how cool the cover art is for the different chapters. She has different photos of Gus and Riley, which I thought looked so pretty. The second story is called 7 Minutes. I'll just flip to 7 minutes. 7 minutes changed my life. 7 minutes in a dark room. 7 minutes with him. I don't know his name when he enters, but I know I don't belong here. I'm a fake, a lie, a girl playing a dangerous game, and he just became my match. So essentially, the main character has 7 minutes locked in a room with a boy in the dark, and what could possibly go wrong in those 7 minutes, where apparently anything goes. She's really using this party experience as a way to step out of her shell, because she's used to being the one that's always studying, always doing right, to achieve, to go to the next level in regards to her higher education and getting into the college she wanted to get into. And this is her escape, this one night of escape. Because all her life she has hidden from the bullies, accepting whatever insults they threw her way, and this is her form of escape. So this short story takes place in one night, and hopefully it ends up being a full-length story, because it was really fun and I very much enjoyed it. The second story, about 7 minutes, is by A.C. Kramer, which is more young adults. And then the last story is called Always Second Best. And that is by Firecox. And the premise of this is a world of sin and depravity where villains never apologize and knights don't survive. And I will just say one line about this story, and I think that's all you need to know. Red has always been my favorite color, and tonight I'll wear it with pride in the form of my brother's blood. And that's that. So Always Second Best is very dark and edgy. And I will, leave it at that. But stay tuned for future Friday reads next year, which I'm really excited about reading. I have probably about 50 books I need to read or more. It's always growing, which is exciting because I love reading new books. So stay tuned, because new Friday reads are coming soon. And if you are at a future book signing that Lexi Foss is at, ask for a Sinful bite. Happy New Year's, everyone.